So I just stumbled upon this idea about deprecating the no quarantine flag in Homebrew. It's kind of a big deal.
Wait, what? That flag lets you bypass macOS's gatekeeper. That sounds risky.
Exactly, it's used to run unsigned apps, but now Apple's tightening security. Makes you wonder about the implications, right?
Totally. Bypassing security measures can lead to vulnerabilities. But is it really necessary to get rid of it now?
Good point, I guess they're trying to encourage safer practices, especially since support for Intel is ending soon.
Oh, so it's not just about security, but also about transitioning users to newer tech. That's a clever angle.
Right, and they mentioned that Macs with Apple Silicon don't even allow unsigned code to run anymore.
That's wild. So if you're still relying on that flag, you're basically living in the past.
Pretty much, it's like trying to keep a flip phone when everyone's on smartphones. But what about users who still need it?
That's where it gets tricky. Users might have to adjust their whole workflow. But is that fair?
It raises questions about accessibility versus security, but there's got to be a better way, right?
Absolutely. Maybe they could offer alternatives instead of just taking it away.
That's a solid suggestion. They should educate users on safer options as they phase out this flag.
True, they could also highlight the risks of continuing to use such outdated methods.
It's a delicate balance, though. The tech world moves fast and not everyone keeps up.
Exactly, and the idea of forcing users to change can backfire. Some might resist out of habit.
Right? It's like when they took away the headphone jack, people were upset.
Exactly, but that change did push folks toward wireless solutions. Could this do the same?
That's an interesting perspective. It could push users towards adopting better security practices.
But what if some users really do need it for legacy apps? Are they just left in the dust?
That's a valid concern. Maybe they could have a grace period for those who rely on it.
A grace period might help ease the transition, but how do they define relying?
Good question. It's tricky to quantify, but they could look at usage statistics.
That makes sense. Still, it risks alienating a portion of their user base.
For sure, and that could impact the community's overall trust in Homebrew.
Trust is everything. They need to ensure users know they're looking out for their safety.
Totally, it's all about creating that connection while steering them towards better practices.
And it sounds like they're positioning this as a necessary evolution, not just a hard stop.
Exactly, framing it as part of progress might help users see the bigger picture.
It'll be interesting to see how they communicate this change. Communication is key.
Definitely, they need to clarify their motivations and the benefits of moving forward.
And ensure users feel included in the conversation, not just as an afterthought.
Right, that kind of engagement could really ease the transition for everyone involved.
So it's like with any change. It's about balancing innovation with user comfort.
Exactly, and that's a dance every tech company has to navigate, isn't it?
For sure, I'm curious how this will play out in the homebrew community.
Yeah, it could set a precedent for how other platforms handle security versus usability.
And if they handle it well, it could enhance their credibility in the long run.
Totally, but if they don't communicate effectively, it might bite them back.
Exactly. Tech changes are tough, but managing them with care is crucial.
So what do you think is the takeaway here for users? Adaptability, maybe.
Adaptability is key, and also staying informed about security measures.
Couldn't agree more, it's all about evolving along with the technology.
And maybe trusting that the companies have our best interests at heart.
Definitely, but it's also on us to stay engaged and ask questions.
Right? It's a partnership between users and developers, after all.
So what do you think the future looks like for Homebrew without the flag?
I think it could pave the way for a more secure, streamlined experience if they do it right.
Agreed, but it's gonna take careful planning and clear communication.
For sure, and it'll be fascinating to see how users adapt to this change.
Absolutely, change can be challenging, but it often leads to growth.
And let's hope this leads to a safer environment for everyone using Homebrew.